Dang, we failed. But did we do it?
Why don't we see that?
Well, I was waiting to see if I saw people. Because I can go right here, and then there we are behind the big Primo.
Oh.
But I'd like to see some people so that I know that.
Click refresh.
Okay. Here we go. Holy moly! This is Primo Gaming Tacos. We have a lot of time to make up. It's been 70 minutes late. The computer didn't work, and now it works. And that was crazy, and I don't know what happened. Took me 17 minutes to sort out this nonsense. What? Can what?
I don't hear you at all in my headphones.
You don't hear me in your headphones?
Oh, my headphones are messed up.
But that's just you. No, your headphones are fine.
Yeah.
Does everybody hear everybody? Do we hear you? Do you hear us? Do we hear each other? Do we make sweet, sweet sounds of friendship over the internet? Well, hold on. Let me put on some music too. A whole bunch of stuff went wrong, so hopefully you can hear us. Show more options. All of a sudden, it wouldn't connect. People are talking amongst themselves, so we could have just not been on for an hour. Just put the chat up, and people would chat. That's great. Yes. So, let me see if I can get this to play with Media Player. Oh, there it is. Can you hear that music? You guys think it's so cool. I don't want it to be too loud. Loud and clear, good karma. Thank you for the approval.
Okay. Can you hear me okay? Because my
fine.
headphones are messed up.
You're just
You
great.
Get rid of the Primo Kimo?
No. Hey, what's this over here? You want to get rid of that?
No.
Oh. Hi. Boy, that was like really, really super frustrating. So I think we deserve this. Well, we already had one glass. But here is the second glass. We enjoy a bottle of sub $20 wine once every 2 weeks, for the antioxidants. So my brain right now needs to be fully antioxidized. So we'll just pour that up right there. Get every drop in there. We made it.
Every last drop.
Aloha, everybody. We made it to the end of the week.
Aloha!
Wow. After all the work where I have to go put on a shirt and clean myself and put on a lei, and then 17 minutes it took me to get on, all because I did upgrades on the system. I did system upgrades, and you know what that does? Ruins everything. That's all it can do.
Do you want to cheers?
Ah, sweetie, we made it.
Didn't think we were going to.
No, we didn't. We were thinking about ways we were going to have to break it to you. And then we thought, who the heck are we? They don't really care. They'll just go, have dinner. Seriously.
Right. Looks like there's snow going on.
There's snow globing on. So I'm just going to go down to say hello to everybody because it took us so long to get here.
Yeah.
Aloha, James.
It is I, James.
Wait.
Aloha, Ladybug. Aloha, Patricia. Hi, Lade. I saw you did some chatting before the show. So aloha to you guys. Aloha to... oh, you guys were chatting. Biff Boffo. B-Dog's in the house. Ladybug Picnic. Biff Boffo remembers Nancy. I think she made it around the U.S. I see Biff Boffo and Ladybug from Romper Room. But we had what came up to my mind today was Sarah Tomato. Biff Boffo, if you're from the Bay Area at the art shows in the 70s, Sarah Tomato was the lady, and she always had she did face painting at carnivals all over the Bay Area. You got to remember Sarah Tomato. And what they sold at all these art shows that I remember for the rest of my life is Seizure. So Seizure was bought at art shows for the most part. You didn't buy them in galleries. There was some gallery stuff, but most of it was at the art shows with Sarah Tomato. She was hawking the Seizure. That's what she says. Spam will run with it. She will too. You know what? One more time.
Pokey's like, Dad.
Get that dog out of the bag. Get that dog out of the bag.
Pokey.
Huh, sweet little pokes.
Good boy.
I did this song myself, you know.
Yeah, you did. That's the only song that you really were able to do on the ukulele, huh? It's an original. It's original.
Just had to shake off that pre-show and D-show stress.
Yeah, no kidding.
That was so annoying. Yeah, we had such good stuff there. I was trying to think of creature features, Biff Boffo, too. I got the guy, Peter, I can't remember what his name is, and he had the skeleton. I went to go see him, went to some party. I still have a signed picture from him. Jack is saying, now for my eBay speech. I'm going to the post office to ship some packages. I'm done. That's it. No more eBay in the chat. Thank you. But I'm glad you got everything sewn up with a bow at the end of the week. That's what's nice.
Jack, how's the pepperoni?
How's your peeps? Aloha, good people, outdoor worlds. Oh, we haven't done that yet.
No.
Sorry.
Seriously.
I feel like I'm slacking a little bit.
Oh, Lucinator 69 is down a bit. I'm jumping ahead. Sorry.
Okay. I see everybody. I see our good friends in the chat here. Motorcycle Dork and Freya. Aloha. Raise your hands if you had Garage Pale Kids cards when you were a child. She did. I am 4 years older. I missed it. So I had Star Wars cards. So I'm perpetually 12. I'm stuck in 1982. That's my number. That's my year. I was 12 and I turned 13 in August of 1982. So that's my thing. After that, chicks were very, very important, and cards and other things sort of fell off a little bit. By 14, I almost I wasn't even doing kid stuff anymore. Although I would totally be like, okay, girl 1, 2, 3, check them out. What am I going to do? How am I going to get married at 14? How am I going to do this? How am I going to pull this all together? Then all of a sudden I'd be like, oh, too much thought, and I go play with Legos. So I was moving around, but I never had the Garbage Pail Kids. My girlfriend's kid brothers are kid siblings were into them, so I knew about them and everything. And I would sit there and I would clobber the kid. I would go into, I remember, not even girlfriends, just friends who had, but they were always girls. I just hung out with girls, and guys were annoying. So I would go to their house and hang out with their kid siblings and play Nintendo, Punch Out and stuff. And I knew all the codes and they didn't know the codes, and I would just clobber them. And I would always sort of just be stretching out when I beat them up and they were crying, and I would leave and I'd just be all yep, Primo is dominating the children at Nintendo. I felt good. I don't know why. I'm proud of it. Yes, I am. I'm totally proud of it.
We also have our Ohana watching on Facebook. We have Jim.
Aloha, Mr. Cocktail.
Happy birthday to Jim last week.
Happy birthday to both of them. Jim and Genevieve.
Hers is coming up. And
then
it's
coming up.
Heather Gronstein is in the house.
Aloha, Heather. And by the way, happy birthday to the other Heather in our life, Heather Hogan.
Snyder Hogan.
There's a little dot of something foreign in my wine, and it's jumping around like a flea.
What?
You see that little thing right there? Whatever.
Yeah. No harm. Go ahead.
Wine cleans everything. That's why they have it in church.
It cleans your soul.
It cleans your soul. Ken Hamilton, what up? Primo Spaba Puka! Welcome to the big show. We were late today because we had drama behind the scenes with a bad IP address. So here's the deal. This is how modern technology works. At some time last week, I changed the settings on the TV. I reset the TV. And then Spam noticed that on the internet, because we look at, I do, this is not our main TV. This is my monitor for my computer, but we end up being in here because it's a cozy
How
little
big
room.
is this monitor?
That's a 55-inch monitor.
So when we're reading comments, we're literally
We literally
looking
go
up
like
at
this.
the Empire State Building.
We have to go like this all the way across the thing. But I accidentally with the remote reset it back to factory settings. I thought I had changed everything. Now, Spam noticed on the screen that things were blotchy, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's what's happening." So it broke our streaming thing, so I couldn't play all our awesome noises on here. Broke that the other day. The TV settings being replaced broke the audio. Then Then I had to reset the internet for some reason, and then the internet being broken. I love saying internet like that. I don't know why. The internet being broken ruined the IP address that we were streaming from, so I had to go find out what that was and change that, and now here we are.
Oh.
Seems like a good sound effect would be good here.
Yeah.
And also, you're welcome. Thank you.
So in case you ever encounter the same thing, it's not just you.
6x6 is rolling with Miss Merritt. Aloha,
Miss
Miss
Merritt!
Merritt! That's just for you. We're going to give you the James tape gun and the cha-ching. That's high praise right there. Ladybug, no. Oh, she's saying something that I don't understand. Spam, he is cheating on the wine. His glass is bigger.
Totally.
But so am I. Am I right, Outdoor World? So am I. So am I.
I'm fine with it.
Ladybug, all capital, loves to do soundbite. Yeah, we're gonna bust out soundbites so that we can own that niche.
Ladybug, we have a whole bunch of them.
eBay resellers that do live streams about how eBay stinks for them. That's we're gonna own that. Am I right? Yeah. Hold on. How about this? I don't think Josh Galt's here though.
I love it.
Humans and resellers.
Yeah, we're gonna.
It is I, James. Wait.
It is I, James.
Oh, that's so great. Oh,
Morning, humans! Aloha! This gruttled octopus is in the house from down under. What are those called? I forgot all my English. I'm so sorry, Patricia and others. What's the above the bridge and below the thing, and you put it in parentheses? What's that called? I can't. I just can't anymore.
Patricia knows.
Yeah, she does.
Or Biff.
And we'd have to scroll down to the bottom to see the answer.
Mr. Cocktails!
Mr. Cocktails over here. So is that Burke, Aloha, Spam, Primo, and Pokey. Guess which VT fan tested negative for COVID today? It is Ed!
You're psyched! You're all pumped for next weekend.
Patricia said the flea added some protein to my wineage, which is true.
You need some protein.
The latest iPhone update changed all my app sounds notifications. Did it? I updated too. I don't know what it did. I gotta check that out. Harley Oro, aloha, hit me with those. Oh, you betcha. I don't remember seeing your name before, so aloha to you. Lucinator69 is in Belgium, and we did subscribe to your channel today. You are welcome. Thank you for subscribing to ours. We just found out how to check our people who had subscribed to our channel. We just figured out how to look at that. So my fault. And then we're going to do a lot of stuff with YouTube because YouTube is our second most awesome revenue stream. mostly because of super chats, but also because of revenue from ads and stuff. So we're going to put more time into that, and also because we also like it.
Yeah, it's fun.
And she has on fluorescent pink leg warmers and pink fishnet things on.
Fishnet because of this Maui
and Sons. You guys remember that brand? Everybody knows that. I'm sure everybody knows that brand at this point. That was one of my faves.
This was from eBay.
Back in the day. I wore the Jimmy Z. I wore the early, I didn't wear, Quicksilver. The early Quicksilver. Like spandex and stuff. That was sexy. I wore spandex. We just drove around in spandex on scooters in California. With the blonde and the skin cancer. You know what I'm saying?
I remember wearing the zinc oxide.
Oh, you had the zincs. The colorful zinc.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that.
And I have a story about the zinc oxide.
Yeah, you tell that story, lady.
In high school, my friend.
Hold on, this is back in time. This is a rewind story from Spam. Go.
So my friend lived in a condo development, and there was a community pool there.
Zinc up,
and we would
yes,
zinc up. We'd always zinc up our face, and then one day, this woman was so rude to us, and she was complaining about us, and so during the night, we decided to rearrange her lawn furniture.
These crazy knucklehead kids.
And then, I don't know how many days later, I'm in the car with my mother, and she was like, "Hey, were you wearing some zinc on your face? Some purple zinc on your face?"
The
And I was like,
gave her
"Purple
away.
zinc? What? Huh? No, pink." And she was like, "Oh, really? Well, because my mother worked at a fine clothing ski shop, and she said."
Like with all the Patagonias that are now worth tons of money.
She's like, we had this customer that came in today and was saying how where she lived, which is where my friend lived, and she said that some girls that she had seen earlier in the day with zinc oxide on their face had rearranged her lawn furniture at night.
The zinc I gave you away.
It did.
You got robbed. And then what happened? Did your mom beat you up?
Oh, I think she told me I couldn't hang out with her for a while, my friend. I don't really remember.
And her name was Sunshine, the friend. How could you be mad at someone named Sunshine? Sunshine was a little instigator.
Ooh, but that's such innocent fun, though.
I know.
It's not like we were doing anything really bad.
I know nowadays the kids come into your backyard and they blow up your furniture. They explode your pool
or
so
they
it
just
leaks.
Steal it.
Burn down your house. These kids today. Kids today. J-Ride flips. Damn you, J-Ride.
Suzanne Shane. Aloha. She's on Facebook.
Aloha. She's on Facebook. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Aloha. Welcome. Yeah, the big party's over on YouTube, but you can be on Facebook if you want. You'll be there with just a few very lovely people. But over here, it's Madhouse. We've got not a diacritical. No. It's a simple thing, Patricia. It's just so when you're doing a sentence, you're like, the man under the bridge was cool. And under the bridge is that simple thing that you put it's not alliteration. I can't think because I'm old and my brain's dried up. This doesn't help. The wine's not helping. We have to drink some water too. By the way, proper alcoholic imbibing requires you to drink a water for every alcohol you drink.
That's a good rule of thumb.
We should get the sound effect for the more you know. We got to get that.
Oh, right. Boo, 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 doo.
Yeah, the more you know. I don't have one that's really good for that. But hold on, I'm going to put you on hold while I drink my water. Okay, we're back.
Susan says, I can do that. Let me see.
Yeah, check us out over here. OP, yes, I wore OP. I have a.
Oh yeah, Ocean Pacific.
I used to like the cords with the pockets that were kind of curved and they were quite short. And I used to wear those. Like I remember going to Hawaii Like when I got older, so I was like maybe like 14. Yeah, after the girl part. I remember getting like my light blue Ralph Lauren polo with the pink polo on here. I had white OP shorts with the corduroy shorts. Probably wore Vans, maybe Vans, but they wouldn't have been the checkerboard because my mom did not like that demonic, style. So like they could have been like blue or white, but not checkerboard. That's for sinners. So like something simple like that. But we'd get on the plane and I'd like have my tennis racket. We're going to Hawaii to play tennis. Yeah, I was 14. That was cool.
What's that other?
Had a flat top.
What's that other surfer Hawaiian brand? Gecko. What is it that we just?
Gecko,
Yeah,
dudes.
they are making new stuff again.
Hey, dudes, Gecko. If you like 80s stuff, the fluorescent 80s stuff, Gecko has the full line going right now, and it's awesome. Awesome. We have to get a couple things, like maybe some of those puffy. They have the pants and the jacket, so you can be full. We're getting that.
I just want to say, Harley.
We're getting that.
Harley or Orel, watch religiously, first-time participant. That is so great.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate you being here.
That's so awesome.
I did see that 6x6 says, Dad, quote, Dad, Primo, Kimo takes care of me. My foot is hurt and he gave me the tape fix. Ha ha. That's right.
She loves
Primo
you.
Kimo takes care of you. That's another one
Knock,
for you.
knock.
Who's there?
Primo.
Primo who?
Primo sells on eBay.
Thank you. Gotcha. Lucinator 69. Gotcha was my absolute favorite. I got the they had Madras. They had they had just endless Madras in the early 80s, and that stuff was bomb. So Gotcha, Jimmy Z, Maui and Sons, I all that stuff. Loved it all. And the early Quicksilver. I remember.
Right.
So here's the story for you.
Do you remember Billabong?
Billabong was
It's
later.
a little too old.
It's a little too
Or
late.
too
like
late, yeah.
it's late. Yeah, not as early in the 80s surf, like early stuff. Well, actually, my first one was Gotcha. No. What's one cold vibe? Can't stop this here boogie.
What about Body Glove? Okay.
No, Body Glove was the one we had, the spandex. That was the spandex.
Okay.
And we used to go to the all-girls school and play water polo with them, me and my friend Chris. And we ride our scooters over there. High school, girls, water polo. We would play in the pool with them. Spandex, fluorescence, trouble.
Wait, is that my new name? Spam Dex?
Spam Dex, yes.
Ooh, I sort of like
I kind of like that too.
Spam Dex? That's
Yeah.
so funny.
But I think Banshee fits you so much.
Yeah.
When the Banshee comes out, you'll
I
know.
just wanted to say hi to Brightline.
Brightline's here. Hello.
I don't know if you're still here.
That's Nash. We call him Nash. And Diamante Dave's here too.
Oh.
So many horns. I'm sorry for so many horns. I'll calm down the horns. It is Friday. We have had some wine. We did have technical difficulties, so everything is condensed and compressed, and we're all trying to get loose for the weekend.
You just reminded me of Chris Farley right then.
I did.
Like you were gonna.
Guy in a little coat. So it says, I got shits to do. Yeah, you only watch videos on double speed. I know sometimes I do 2-hour videos and I'm like, how did I do that on double speed? And I guess yes, maybe I did. So, okay, wait, hold on. Let me very quickly try to do, because my mouth seems to be in fine working condition right now. So back in the day, I used to do, the fast talking guy that would do the commercial in halftime. So let me see if I can do it, if I can channel him. Okay, we're doing an internet stream, and all we have to do is talk. Oh my gosh, there's Chris Melick. Oh my gosh, there he is. Chris Melick, Lady Bug, Brightline. Welcome to Brightline. I like to call it also Nash VT. The Lucinator's from Belgium. Can you believe that? Patricia's from Pennsylvania. Welcome, Harley. Mr. Cocktail, Jimmy Z's. Yes, I have that shirt when they glow in the dark. No, I can't really do it. I was stumbling over my own words, but I'm an old man now. I can't just ramble like that. It actually hurt my head a little bit.
Oh gosh.
Prepositional
I keep
phrase.
knocking this with my mouth.
It's not a prepositional phrase. It's a dependent clause. I don't know. It's not maybe a clause. Is it a clause? Yeah, I feel like it's a thing that I would remember. Okay, check this out. What's it called when you do however, comma at the beginning of a sentence, or absolutely, comma, you will suck at eBay because eBay sucks right now. Like there's a name for the thing when you do it at the beginning. It's the same name for the thing when you put it between two parentheses and you say above the bridge, below the thing, when it's a directional thing. And maybe you've already named it and it's just not ringing a bell because it's too far gone. When I woke up, you were gone. Did everybody like Neil Young? He's one of my favorite people of all times. I don't listen to him much anymore, but Neil Young is he's deep. He's deep in the California boy. And I lived just a few miles from him, so we bumped into him all the time. Zippity-doo. Chris says, what did you miss? You missed everything, except for 17 minutes when we weren't on yet, because
we were having some tech issues.
Internet was broken. Impossible to come out, to cuss out, to come out. It's possible to cuss out someone named... I know, it is. Totally. We are sentence diagramming, which was the worst. So I was, I've told you that I had hyperactivity. So sometimes things, and I had like legit early childhood hyperactivity where I couldn't pay attention in class and stuff. And I had a separate teacher to watch me. And I never learned, 6th grade, I remember learning it in class, like them going over when to use a and an, how to use that piece of grammar. I didn't learn how to use it in 8th grade. Or I'm sorry, in 6th grade. And when I got to high school, after I dropped out, bombed out, and lit a cabin on fire at Alta Sierra in Tahoe, that's a whole nother story. I'll tell you that someday. I went to California Education Plan, which was a tutorial base for very focused studies. So I got kicked out of high school in my first quarter, and then I went to ski school in Lake Tahoe for my second quarter. Then I dropped out of there. And then so for the last quarter of my freshman year in high school, I went to this California Education Plan, and I passed my freshman year with flying colors. I also got my driver's ed in like one day, which was awesome. Point being, what was my point? You got to keep track of my points. Clue. I can't do that. It was something about... they asked me when I got there, the first thing, I had 2 teachers, one for science, Bart, and a lady who was 23, and she was really pretty. Had a hard time with that. And she took me over to get apricot nature bars from like the nature store, and she drove me home every day. It was interesting situation.
Did you see that Mr. Cocktail mentioned Jimmy Z? Did you already acknowledge that? Okay.
I did. Jimmy Z was my faves.
And that...
Gotcha was my faves, but the one that, One Cold Vibe, Can't Stop This Here Boogie, that's the main one. What was that one? You know the one, I have like it on my binder and stuff. I had the t-shirt. We sold for like $200. It's the one that you're thinking of that you can't think of. So we got 2 things that we're tracking down 2 pieces of information here. Anyway, let's finish up the one. When I went to this tutorial high school thing, the English person said, what do you want to learn most right now? And it was the lady. And I said, when do you use a and an? And she chuckled a little bit. And she was like, it's the consonant and it's the vowel, the next one. That's all it is. And I'm like, thank you. And I'm like, by the way, what's her name? Thank you. What's her name? While she was teaching me, she graduated from Stanford, and she was in the Baha'i religion. These are 2 things I remember about her. I went to her graduation.
So, Biff was saying sentence diagram, and Patricia was saying dependent clause.
Yeah, I see that. But no. Mr. Cocktail said, they say that if you drink a glass of water for every boozy drink, you still get drunk, but you won't get a hangover, and that is true. That is true.
Oh, Ladybug.
Provided you're not prepositional phrase.
Well,
It might be a prepositional
fortunately,
phrase.
we only buy one bottle of wine, and that's perfect for the both of us.
But the point being, if you go into Ohana Luau at the Lake, which we'll be in June, and you go, the tiki drinks there go down so smooth. First of all, you can't drink one water for every tiki drink because you're double fisting it the whole time. But if you do like monitor yourself and don't be a complete, animal, which we have been until last year. Last year was the first year we didn't animalize the whole process. And we had a much better time, much more pleasant time.
And the year before we didn't.
That's true, we didn't. But we did, but we didn't. Last year we actually really took it carefully. We took it slow and low. And we had a much better time. Because
well, when you bring
years,
a tiny dog with you, you have to be responsible.
Because you might sit on them.
Yeah. You don't want them to run away or anything.
Ed says he's having proper alcohol imbibing right now, enjoying a maple vanilla hard cider.
Nice. Okay.
Delish.
So he's
Cheers to you.
enjoying some maple vanilla hard cider. That sounds really delicious.
Mr. Cocktail is having off the hook OFTD swizzles, which are so delicious. By the way, bottle.
Oh.
We were going to talk about this too. We just saved this bottle because Plantation Rum, which has they have changed their name to Plantaray Rum. So I don't know if these will become any. These are very beautiful bottles. Look how thick that is. And they don't have the big, fakey. Well, it's a little fakey. Like that much of it's not liquor. But this is very nice bottles with a...
Oh, Susan Shane is back. She's on YouTube now.
Proper cork. Aloha, Susan. Oh, yeah, look at you.
I love it.
Wait, she quit her job. Wait, what?
Wait,
Did you just walk out on that thing? That's awesome.
Oh, everyone drink!
Everybody, if you've got a beverage, whether it be a water or whether it be alcohol
cheers
beverage.
To Susan!
Let's give a cheers to Susan Shane and welcome to the ranks of the unemployed, or as we call them, eBay resellers.
She's a hard-working nurse.
Susan has been, or Sue as we call her, has been, is a nurse and has a pandemic sent her into educational portion of the nursing thing. And I guess she has decided she's going to go sit in the hot tub because that's what I would do, by the way. I don't think I've ever worked as hard as she has. Ever in the history of life. I don't do that sort of thing. You've worked that hard. You've done my job. Remember
but I wasn't saving lives.
No, you were moving arcade games.
I was helping people get married with jewelry.
Yeah, that's very important, sweetie. Jewelry is so important. Good Karma says, oh, wait, hold on. Let's double check here. Hawaiian hazelnut coffee with cream here. Very good, Patricia.
Ooh, yummy.
That does sound delicious. Corduroy pants. The wider the cords, the better. The bigger
Agreed.
the wider the whale, the bigger the whale. Did you know the whale is the size of the cord? Is the whale.
Wide whale.
Yeah, wide whale is thick cord.
Almost like velvet.
Velvet. Did
Velvet.
you just say velvet?
No, velour. I was trying to think
okay,
velour.
that's why you said
yeah.
velvet.
Yeah,
Because you're trying to say
it.
velour. Gecko. We have a lava tiki bob that is awesome. Not that gecko.
Spam decks. Oh, gosh.
I was talking about Gecko, Gecko. It's from, I think it's Hawaiian clothing from the 80s. It's all neon.
And their logo is just like a
gecko.
gecko. And
you'll recognize some of it. It was like late 80s, so it's not from the early gotcha Jimmy Z period. Although they carried on for years, their good stuff was in the early 80s. And why aren't we remembering what One Cold Vibe Can't Stop This Here Boogie? I got to look it up now.
is it?
You guys are all going to be embarrassed because you didn't remember this. Well, I don't know if you'd know this, but it's like the biggest. It's the brand that started Stussy. I remembered it. Stussy or Stussy.
Stussy, yeah.
And I knew the guys who did that, or they came to our hometown. Like in California, when people did new things like surf clothing or something, they came to the cool towns like Palo Alto, which mine was one of, and they hung out with the kids on the street with the skateboarders, and they handed out clothing and stuff. And that's where I got that promo t-shirt that was Stussy, and it said, and it just had like their logo, which was a drawing of this dude doing like a skank kind of thing. And it said, "One cold vibe can't stop this here boogie." And then I also had the Beastie Boys "Get Off My Dick" t-shirt.
We sold that for a couple $100
That was
bucks on
hundreds
eBay.
as well, yes.
Not
And that was from
I wore
the
it,
first year.
And I wore that t-shirt to a concert up in Montreal.
We went to
and
see
then
the
we sold
Beastie
it.
Boys. Yes, that's when I worked at the radio station. I introduced bands and stuff. And the one called the Beastie Boys shirt was from a private 1980. It was either 84 or 85. I can't remember. But it was they were doing their very first tour. And this was a radio station, KITS, Live 105, San Francisco. And they did a meet and greet with them. And I got to go see them and got that shirt, you know, first thing.
Susan, are you going to be around
Susan,
tomorrow
are you
at
gonna
the
be around tomorrow?
FAMI thing?
Yes, they're coming tomorrow.
Oh.
Yes. Chris Melnick, you're right. Body glove. What you did remind me of one of them. That was the spandex that we used to wear. Because we were so 80s. I was on a Vespa. My friend was on a Yamaha Riva, which was but I had a Vespa, so I was cool.
Yeah, I'm always on eBay looking for some of that old neon Hawaiian 80s stuff.
80s, yeah, the 80s surf.
But
Like,
I'm not
surf
finding like a
designs.
ton that I'm like, oh my gosh, I want
Most
that.
of it's beat or probably purchased by now.
But this
like
was
it's kind of
cool.
late
You
to
got
it.
me this.
I love that one.
Yeah.
That's actually backwards, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the front,
it's much better to have that
yeah.
thing. We used to wear it like that too.
Oh really?
Yeah, because they
okay.
put the
Why
big
would
design.
I want the tiny thing on
They put the big design on the back, but the cool t-shirt. Everybody knows cool t-shirts have designs on the front.
Yeah,
Not on the back.
that's what I want.
Lame. 80s people. Let's see. Okay, wait, hold on. We got to go through this. Primo, did you have a skateboard? Yes.
Oh,
I did.
And
That is not mine from my childhood, though.
the gator deck.
That's one I found through thrifting, and I got it like 20 years ago, and kept it.
What was that documentary you watched about that dude? The gator.
Oh, Gator. Yeah, Gator. It's a good documentary. It's on YouTube and kind of low res, but yeah, he's in jail for murder.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, you gotta watch that.
It was so good.
That wasn't a spoiler. I mean, everybody knows he was in jail for murder.
Really good. Watch
Because he's a
it.
dick. Don't be a dick. Don't murder.
Murder.
And that wasn't the one I wanted to hit. I can't keep up with all my noises.
Lucinator69 is saying, I still got a gotcha sweater from 1991, LOL.
Close, bud.
Yeah. Yeah, gotcha. Gotcha, like the early gotcha when it was like a weird piranha fish thing. And then they did I loved the, I said it earlier, Madras, however you say it. Town and Country Surf Designs is awesome. That's the one she has on right there. Beep, 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 beep. Oh
What
my
does
gosh.
that mean, town and country? Huh?
It's just Town and Country Surf. Oh, no. That's Maui. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. What am I talking about? What am I
okay.
talking about,
Thank
by
you.
the way?
I thought it was going crazy for a moment.
No, that's Maui and Sons, and Town and Country Surf Designs is another one. T&C, we called it for short.
Meowie.
I'm slithering around Surfer's Paradise wearing Billabong and Quicksilver right now. Disgruntled
Stop.
octopus. I gotta tell you, disgruntled. Wait, I'm in the wrong one here. I gotta say, I was completely grossed out at the Grumpy Granny did a real life like AI picture of disgruntled octopus, like a real life picture, IRL picture
Of an octopus?
of a man octopus sitting at the beach, like looking at the ocean. It was so gross and disturbing. I just have to say that. I mean, it was awesome.
Oh, now I
gross.
have to see that.
Yeah, we do have to go see that. Good Karma says he finds surf style every now and then. Yes, it's good stuff. Old pal Peralta and GNS. Yes, GNS long sleeves. Holy heck.
Oh, do we need that? Add that to our list of things to be on the lookout for?
No, if I
like
saw
for
it.
our sell?
No, if I saw it, I would buy it. I know all the stuff in my head. You mean to search on eBay, like put it in the list of searches?
Oh my God, I love Ladybug. Is it wrong to wish for an emergency weekend broadcast like you did last weekend? No.
No, it's not Ladybug. That was actually fun, wasn't it? I came on right away. So, hey, everybody. The title of this is We Got Ourselves Into Another Fine Mess.
Oh, right.
Here's the mess we got ourselves into. Here we are on our Friday show, which just in general has lower viewership. Like, we've been doing it for years for no reason. We just do it for 20 views a week.
Our friends that
that's not no reason, but that's why we're doing it. We're not doing it to make money.
Right.
We're doing it to check in with all of our friends. And we love that. But
and a lot of the viewership is through Facebook.
Yes.
For our Friday show.
For our Friday show.
Tiki related.
So when we decided to do this eBay thing, we put it on our main channel, Primo Kimo, which is all we'd ever done on it was Tiki and vacation videos. We do have a second channel, and it's already established. It's called A Couple of Dinks. We stopped doing that because we felt that Dinks was, it can be taken the wrong way, even though ours was dual income, no kids. It can be misconstrued, and we didn't want to be canceled, so we stopped doing everything under ACOD, A Couple of Dinks. But we have that channel. So what we're thinking of doing is keeping Primo Kimo, but having it be all eBay stuff, and then taking this program right here over to the other channel, which is already prescribed, and make it already started, and make it a Tiki channel. So it will
be like Primo Kimo Talk Story channel or something like that.
So we would just move the stuff over there, our vacation stuff and our videos that have nothing to do with eBay over there, so people could get more into Tiki stuff.
Because we're not certain that our eBay friends are liking the
Not
Tiki.
everything's crossover. A lot of you, everybody here loves it. So I assume you guys would go over there and just. So if you guys like that idea, just go over to A Couple of Dinks.
It's D period.
Well, no.
Is that how it is?
No, it's A Couple of Dinks.
And it will.
You'll see our faces
yeah.
up there. So.
And YouTube thinks you're trying to type in a couple of drinks.
So you have to look for it. There's about 167 followers. Go follow that, because eventually we're going to move this show over there and do our Tiki content over there and all eBay over here. But we want to keep both of you. We just don't want to alienate people either.
Because not everyone likes.
Because eBay is our passion, and Tiki is our passion. But we don't want to alienate anybody within those genres because we love them both. How do you like that?
And we just
You do.
And I don't know if I should say
Interjection.
this. I don't know if I should say this.
Chris Melnick is a teacher.
Yeah. We sort of got this sense that maybe some people weren't.
Interjection, an emotion, and a thing, and a thing. That was I just sang the song.
Are you trying to do that? Trying to. Don't know if the people are not liking the.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
Oh, goodbye.
Uh-oh, you guys aren't holding it. So yeah, we whatever I just said is true. I don't remember.
Are we gonna go in a couple extra minutes since we were late? Okay.
We'll bust it. Sold to the man with the Prince of Talking. Thank you. You don't know what you bought, but you bought it. Credit card, please.
Oh, Ed, boy, do I hope you go to Ohana also.
Oh yeah, Ed. What if we don't go? We can give our room to Ed. We're going. Don't worry. We're going. Hot tubs, yeah. Grasshopper, spring is coming. Yeah. Sue, spring is coming. This has been a pretty uneventful winter so far. So I assume that on
Ankle boy.
I assume that we're gonna get hammered on Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day. We'll have 3 feet of snow because that's usually. Stussy, I consider 90s, but you may have been early. Stussy is very early 80s, but they were small, and the guys drove around and sold clothing out of the trunk of their car. I remember that very clearly. So it was early 80s. No, I'll tell you when it was. Stussy was 83, 84. Alexa, stop! We didn't want her to play Everybody's Working for the Weekend because they're not yet. You're still working for 5:17 is when an hour goes by. So we have to wait for that. But yes, Stussy. That's it. Stussy. I say Stussy.
Yeah, how do you say it? Stussy
I believe
or
it's
Stussy?
Stussy. The 2 dots above there is an E. An E. Stussy. 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 That feels good. You guys try that. Stussy.
Stussy.
It feels good. It feels good with my face.
I don't know.
Feels good. It might be the wine because I can't feel my face.
Yeah, your glass is bigger than mine.
It is. But I haven't even finished my second one yet. Patricia's turning on the electric throw blanket. She is a woman after your own heart.
By the way, if anyone needs a Sputnik type or a sunburst clock, we'll hook
go to
you
Patricia.
up.
Yes, we know where to go.
We'll point you in the
I
best.
forget her
Don't say
Etsy
it.
name.
No.
Well, she could tell us.
Right, she wants
if she puts it
on
there.
the DL.
Oh, she does. Okay. So Sue's at home with her ankle boy, who is also off his feet because he is a doctor and decided to snap his ankle in order to copy your best friend Primo here, because I'm a trendsetter. I'm what you call a taste maker. And earlier in March, I broke my ankle. Now everybody's doing it.
Oh, she's asking where's the pokesters. If you're still
Hold on,
there.
I'll see if I can raise
I
him.
think he's gagging right
Hey,
now.
everybody, it's Pokey in the house. He doesn't want to go to the vet tonight. Do not bark.
Yeah, don't you dare. Your father's trying to kill you.
Why did you drop the baby?
He got freaked out from your.
You didn't have a good hand on the baby.
Good thing we don't have healing kids.
Mommy put baby in the corner. Oh, sweetheart.
Here's your pokesters.
Say hi to Sue. Over here, say hi to Sue. Hi, Sue.
Your good friend Sue. She holds you, remember?
Yeah, Hasoi also got thrown in jail. Yeah, skateboarders are violent, apparently. Skateboarding is not a crime, however. Murder is. I was friends with Lance Mountain, was this super nice dude who Steve Stedham, Steve Caballero is the biggest jackass jerk on earth, but I worshipped him as a skateboarder, but he is an ass. He never was nice to his fans and stuff. Jeff Hedges, Fedge, he's like sort of a Northern California guy that went back and forth. We did go to one place in Lake Tahoe that there was a video. There's a famous skateboard video filmed there. All these guys were there, including what's his name, and I was there. I was actually at the filming of this. And then a lot of these filmings, Thrasher Skateboard Magazine filmed in Menlo Park. A lot of the rich kids down on the peninsula had skateboard ramps that their parents let them build, and they were pro built. So Thrasher would come down and bring pro skates to people's houses, and we would go see those, and those were always nice. But I'm trying to think of I think it was Lance Mountain was cool. Steve Stedham was cool. Who's the big guy now who's like Mr. Skateboard? I can't.
Burke, Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk was there at this filming. I've never spoken to him because he was like sort of, I don't know. I feel like he was sort of like the cool upstart guy. So everybody was like protecting him. So nobody got really close to him. And then Jeff Hedges is awesome. Troy Stein, very deep cut skateboarding. He was a freestyler. So back in the 80s, they had a skateboard that you don't see anymore. It's called a freestyle skateboard. And it was very thick wood, and they popped it up and they like bounced on it, and they did these different tricks that are not street skating. It's called freestyle. They would like get up on their hands. It's kind of like leftover from the 60s.
Isn't that like Gator like went crazy sort of? because he was not that style,
He wasn't a freestyler.
and he was having a hard time adapting.
Not freestyle was old school, and they dropped it. There was ramp. He could not do street style. He was a vert ramp
Yeah,
guy.
right. Okay.
And then everybody got into street skating where they just were bouncing off of everything. I used to be able to do like a handstand off the ground, but if I got on a ramp,
You do not know what I would pay to see you doing that.
it was now my hand would just snap off.
Like your ankles.
I have to hold my entire weight on my hand, and that just doesn't work. But I used to be able to get up with my board up on top of me, like so, holding my hand up, and then come back down on the ground. I could do that. And I could do an ollie. Pro. That's what I'm talking about.
That
Oh,
sounds
but
pretty dreamy.
but Andy is ambulatory, so that's good. For the 80s look, you need a pair of Blade sunglasses. We have some of those. Get those right there. Right there.
Yeah.
These are like So Blade. They're like 2 Blade. They're So Blade. Soy Hammerhead was, Mr. Cocktail's first board. Disgruntled Octopus was horrified by his own IRL picture. Let's see. Lucinator 669 is banned. That's because you're European, Lucinator. Wow. I'm full American. Yeah, look at those. Those are sweet, aren't they? So some people wore these, and we kept the price tag on there just to be like cool.
Did we get those at
We got them at Ohana. They're marked $75, and they came in, and I'm like, I'm Primo Kimo. And they charged me $75. Yeah. Everything's blue up in here. Everything's blue up in here. I'm going to lose my mind. I took off my glasses, and now I'm completely blind. I can't see anything. Literally, I can't see anything.
Lucinator is saying, I doubt the ones I got would fit you. They might fit me.
Yes, Good Karma, Schoolhouse Rock.
Ed.
Sue's bye. Bye-bye, Sue.
Oh,
this is a
maybe
long
we'll see
time
you
ago,
tomorrow.
so we missed everybody.
Dang it. Ed was saying, how do we become
Amy.
a Dink member?
Aloha, Amy. Amy's a dink. Amy's a dink. Yes.
Oh,
I don't think we're dinks anymore because now she doesn't have. So for 3 years, I think we've been. Also, that's another reason we can't use dinks because we have one income. We share it.
it's still dual. It's two people.
It's one income dual.
Yeah, pie. Zip it. Zip. Where is that?
Just
No.
no, but you don't. Would you just
Could just.
give me?
Nobody puts Pokey in the corner.
You're not.
I remember feeling a lot of empathy for Lance Mountain and the Bones Brigade. Yes, yeah, and he was a nice guy. So I was like the shy little kid who didn't want to. I mean, I'm not really shy, but I was at the time for sure. And it was very like not punk rock, but I wanted to be punk rock, but I didn't have a punk rock upbringing. Like I didn't have enough strife and turmoil to really be punk rock. So I was like a little.
Oh my goodness! Can we show them the picture of you
Which one?
on your scooter with your Andy Warhol hair?
No, it was before that. That was college. No, I was punk rock by then. I had enough misery in life to be more punk rock at that point. Let's see. Yes, Tony Hawk. Primo was an extra in Gleaming the Cube. I wasn't, but I could have been, and I would have loved to have been, actually. We've got to watch that again. I was never a big fan of the name. It was kind of a lame name.
Oh.
I didn't understand what it meant.
I remember loving that with Christian Slater and
WTF, the Paolo long sleeve I mentioned is in the Lance Mountain one with the drawing of his 4-year-old did. And he remembers the hand plants.
wow.
Mike Vallely style. I don't remember Mike Vallely. These guys were like, so the LA guys and the San Francisco guys didn't hang out too much, but then I think their brands or their promoters or whatever made them. So the LA guys would come up to San Francisco. That's what I remember. And then they would go to like washouts and stuff and do the it's not freestyle. They would do street skating. and we would go watch them. And then we also had a lot of pools up in the Northern California, like abandoned houses. There was one in Los Altos Hills that was in videos and stuff.
Oh, and Mr. Cocktail said goodbye too because he usually has to.
Oh, right.
head
He
out
always
at
has to leave at 5, which was 10 minutes ago.
Mwah.
So, aloha, bye.
Ed just subscribed to Danks.
Nice. Thank you very much. Yeah, so we're going to move the Tiki because Ed will remember at the earlier when we started doing our eBay thing, we told our people on our channel that we really wanted to do a more in-depth Tiki feature show and a more in-depth eBay. But eBay actually took off really fast, like faster than we knew it would. And so we really want to stick with that.
And our Dinks sort of evolved out of us. We were possibly writing like a TV show for.
We did. We wrote one episode
for a Hollywood thing called Dinks or something related to Dinks. So that's why we created that.
And we got
YouTube
into
page.
it was a weird situation. I mean, it's no big deal because
Like
nothing
a
happened.
script.
But we got down the road on this whole thing, but nothing ever happened. We were in a reality show though, which was part of the whole thing. And in the end, we got paid a little bit of money, but not very much. And the Dink show was like purchased, so we couldn't do anything with it afterwards. Well, I don't even know if we still can.
No, I think we can. There was like
5
contracts
years?
saying like we couldn't do anything along those lines for X amount of years, which that
Been
has
5.
definitely
Definitely
expired.
Yeah, so it was called Emergency Vasectomy, and the show was called A Couple of Dinks, and it was about going into anesthetic hallucinations while getting a vasectomy, and then sort of like why you'd want to get a vasectomy because we were dinks. It was a whole thing. It makes sense if you actually saw
You had to be there.
if you read the script. But it got down the road a little bit to where everybody was saying it was such a great script, and then like I think 95% of everything that goes to Hollywood, it just dies.
But my boring reset, I don't know what's happened there.
James
but
is here.
James is here. Brr, brr, brr.
What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James.
You're here. James is here.
Welcome, James.
And Ladybug is like soundbite stat. James is saying, over here, shake my booty on this Friday fun day. Brr, brr, brr.
I am not getting... Oh, I'm back. Lance suffered from imposter syndrome and got really emotional at the end. Yeah, well, interesting that you say that because, who knows any of these people from the olden days. I just happened to be in the right place in the Bay Area to be able to go see these people. And Palo Alto seemed to be a very centralized place where people went. Berkeley, San Francisco, Palo Alto in the Bay Area, those were the places. And so we got to see a lot of cool stuff. And Lance Mountain was the guy who was very kind. I remember him as being very, very kind. And for him to say he suffered from imposter syndrome and got emotional at the end makes sense because he was a kind person. Or still is. He's not dead.
James from My Boring Reseller Life is like, what the hell? LOL. I mean, come on, James. You are a character. It's
What's going
like,
on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James.
how could we not? Oh, Patricia's saying they don't knock guys out for the snip.
Oh, they do. They knocked
that?
me out for everything. I don't think I wasn't in full with the.
You can request it.
They knocked me. I had a knockout, and when I went, so the script is that I go in for my vasectomy, and it's in the hospital. So yes, it is a simple procedure. But if you're a total pussy like I am, you can ask to get knocked out, so to speak. And so when I went in there, they gave me some awesome drugs, and I was just like, yeah, like, And the guy who gave it to me is like, I'm going to give you a cocktail now. You're going to feel good. And I'm like, that's what I want. And so they wheel me into the operating room. And all of a sudden, the doctor comes in, and I am passing out. I am looking up at the ceiling. All the dots on the ceiling are rubbing together. And in 20 students, 20. So the doctor, the parent duck walks in, and then all these little students walk in after them. And I am just about to fully lose consciousness. And the doctor says, yes, you take this and you tape it to the leg. And so they can get access. Whatever you assume that means. They took something of mine and taped it to my leg.
Our hospital is a teaching hospital,
It is.
so yeah,
Many
you
are.
might have someone inexperienced
The best hospitals are teaching.
sniffing that.
I don't think that it was
vasectomy
inexperienced, but I'm
stuff.
saying that they are students. Teaching hospitals are good, but you can also be the subject. You don't have to be. So if you live by a teaching hospital, you can say, I do not want students touching
You can.
my nards.
I had them ask me if it was okay if I had a student in an appointment, and I was like, oh God. I was like, you know what? You gotta learn. Fine. I will be your guinea pig.
Yes, I go down. And so that when I got my ankle done, that's when we found out that I had baby throat when they tried to aspirate. They tried to intubate. And they couldn't. It wasn't easy intubation. And I'm like, I make my money on the YouTube. So they didn't kill me. And I barely made it.
Patricia says,
Didn't
geez,
even-
you would love childbirth. You know what? I was in the birthing room with my sister when she gave birth to my nephew. And I sort of related it to a vending machine. I was like, put the coin in and out comes the baby. It looked, she made it look so easy. And I thought, wow, if it's
I can
really
do
this
that.
easy, I could do this. But no, we never did. Never did.
We didn't. We have a beautiful little nephew that enjoys our attention. And that is good.
And we have a
In fact,
dog.
he needs our attention, especially yours. And our kid would be a little jerk. Kids, get off my lawn. I mean, thankfully we don't have kids, especially when it comes the current state of our business here.
Yeah, really.
Seriously. And how would I get all the toys that I have if we had a kid and we had to buy him toys? It would be a competition constantly. Who gets the better toys? Our kid has to play with like grass and like smooth rocks. That's his toys.
Hallucinator 69. Imagine that happening when getting hemorrhoids removed.
Which part? I've never had any hemorrhoids removed. Hopefully.
Yes, Ed.
We'll
Insert
avoid
coin,
that.
receive baby.
I don't need a donut
That
pillow.
is completely how I related the whole experience. My
Insert
sister made
coin.
it look
Oh
so
my gosh!
easy.
I have to go get a whole bunch of sound
Insert
effects.
coin. Fistful of quarters. If you've never seen that documentary, it is so good.
So good. That's the Fistful of Quarters is the King of Kong, right? That's the same.
It's
the same
like
movie.
it's about arcade games. Really, it is so good. Watch it.
That was in one of my lives. I was a big time video game pinball guy. I had a chat with a friend's son once, telling him that his dad had created him for this moment 12 years later, so that he could do the lawn, so his dad could go hunt records with me. And you know what?
so
That is. You say that, but throughout history, you can read. I mean, from biblical realities to now, you have children are created to ease the labor of the family, and it's true in that respect too. Gorf is it had a speech chip. Gorf had a speech chip. I don't remember what they said. They didn't say insert coin, but they did say some stuff because it had a speech chip.
What?
And that was a four board stack sandwich of boards. Very difficult to keep running.
Who's
Where you going?
Billy Mitchell?
He left. Billy Mitchell's the King of Con.
Oh,
He's the guy,
that's
the mullet
his
guy
name.
who,
yeah, it's
who faked
so
it all.
good. It's
yes,
so
he faked
good.
it all. And there's new stuff out like recently that is spam's gone. Gotta put you on hold till she gets back. Yeah, he faked, or there's some discrepancy over whether or not he did it on a MAME machine, which is multi-arcade machine emulator, which is a computer playing arcade games, or is it on the original hardware, which it needs to be for the Guinness book. No, I don't know anything about arcades. I don't keep up with that stuff, but I do. Insert coin. Computer alert. Computer alert. That is, I think, insert coin also. That's from the Stern game Berserk.
So we mentioned how we've like toted around, I don't know, thousands of pounds of Apple computers. Did we ever mention how we toted around thousands and thousands of pounds of arcade games?
Well, not only so we had the full arcade games and pinball machines, and then once we sold those off, we had thousands of the PCBs, the circuit boards inside them, the game, and those have great value too. Just the game without the cabinet or anything. He's suing people with suits that only make him look worse as he gets proven to be a bigger fraud. Billy. Yeah, Billy's
still to this day. Wow.
Billy is what we call the official name for Billy is a douche. He's a douche.
He's a D-bag.
Yeah, he's a douche.
Right.
Billy Mitchell. I blank screen Gorf and Crazy Climber. Jack, you did? Crazy Climber? Crazy Climber is one of the most anxiety-provoking games you can play. There's a few out there, a few games that are just really, really... it doesn't matter when they were made. I mean, Pac-Man's one of them. Pac-Man can give you a lot of anxiety. But Crazy Climber was super... And who made Crazy Climber? Who licensed it? Nitsabichu. I think it's Nitsabichu.
Oh, not Mitsubishi?
No, it's a Nitsabichu.
Huh.
But Gorf was also a hard game because it had 4 different games and it was very choppy in its gameplay. But Crazy Climber was like, you make one wrong move, you got 2 joysticks, and you got to move your arms and hands and legs independently. And people are dropping flower pots and birds are taking dumps on your head. It's tough.
But if I had to approve your narcissist douche comment.
Oh, yeah, he's an ND. We call that ND.
It was held for review.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And Biff flipped Qbert. That's the pinnacle gaming achievement. I'm trying to think of my best game is... The thing is that I'm a collector and like a fixer. And I never play games as much as I fix them and play with the actual game and set them up for other people to play. I don't play them as much, but back in the day, I was very good at Berserk, Scramble. Scramble I beat. I've killed at least a couple of games, but I can't remember. Scramble I've killed. Just they ran out of boards. You don't want to hear stuff anymore.
My headphones aren't
that?
working.
What?
I told you that. Just don't bother.
But maybe now I want you to hear
Say stuff.
stuff.
No, I don't hear anything. I don't hear anything out of the left.
Oh, it's plugged into the wrong thing. I can see it right now. Would you actually like to hear stuff? There you go.
Oh, wow.
Hey, welcome. But now I can't.
Okay,
hear
let's start all over.
I pot. But now we can't hear your.
Jeff
there
Zenik.
we go.
Hi! Cuber had the best sounds. Absolutely. I have to agree with you on that one.
Pigskin. I mean, I've had all the games. I don't remember Pigskin. Who was the manufacturer? In the last couple of weeks, a 13-year-old. Yes, I saw that little kid. Wasn't he like, I love turtles? No, the Tetris guy, the Tetris kid. Yes.
Turtles.
He was freaking out. He was like, his face was all blotchy and he couldn't believe it. It was super cute.
Good Karma is saying Joust.
Yeah, Joust is good. We had that. So we ended up like, at the end. So we had sold the actual game. Then we sold the board set. And then we sold I had extra joysticks and buttons for it. And we sold those for hundreds of dollars. Which is nice.
Ed is saying he was a big fan of and got quite far in Yoshi's Island for the SNES back in the day. Super Mario Land for the Game Boy too. Yeah, see, you're younger than us, so that was totally like your generation.
And James did Super Mario Brothers in... Excuse me, I got the hiccups now. In the arcade. Okay, I gotta go. I got hiccups.
He can't handle hiccups. He
got
can't
the hiccup.
handle the hiccups. Soundbite stat, James. I can't.
I was trying to get rid of my hiccups by drinking the last of the wine.
Where's the...
It is I, James. Fellow humans and resellers.
And here, James, you can hear Josh's because he didn't come in today.
Bean, 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 bean.
That's for Josh Galt when he finally shows up. Okay, guys, we have been on for an hour today, and we need to go do some things. So thank you very much. Thank you for sticking through the technical difficulties we got. Actually, the wine did get rid of my hiccups, huh?
Oh, good.
The wine giveth the hiccups, the wine taketh away. So thank you very much for being here on Saturday. And
Friday.
Whatever it is, tomorrow Saturday. We're close enough. But I did want to take a second to thank everybody personally for supporting us and sticking with us for the past 3 months and just staying here and staying with us. I really appreciate that. We feel like we've created a tiny little community that we share with other resellers and stuff, but it's certainly awesome to be part of it. I just want to take us.
Yeah, and so enjoying it.
Yes, we very much are. And she really is too.
Yeah.
So maybe you don't care if I enjoy anything because I'm big fat
stop it.
But this little lady deserves to enjoy the stuff. So thank you.
Stop.
Thank you all so much for supporting us. And
no, everyone. Yes, you're all
you guys
so
are
sweet.
awesome.
Thank you. We love it. This is really fun. I really feel we're this little group of workmates and friends, and I love it. Amy, we've been digging.
Yeah. Oh, Amy. Oh no. Yeah. Well, we did. I found them, and now I can't find them again. So we've
been digging for those Woodstock transfers.
We had them last week or whenever I first talked to you, and now they're gone. So we're finding them though. Don't worry, they'll come to you.
Yeah. Yes.
Don't stress her out. She's waiting for them now, and now the pressure's on. We'll go find them today. Aloha, Chris. We'll see you. Well, we'll see you sometime.
And I'm so happy you're feeling better. Yes.
We'll see how we feel about the Tiki event, which is on the 29th at our local place, the Venetian Soda Lounge.
The 26, 27, 20.
We're scared of germs. But we're gonna have to probably make some sort of an appearance, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean we'll be wearing masks, but yeah. And we can bring the pokesters.
Yeah.
Lucinator69, thanks for being here.
Love you guys, and
everyone. Thank
here we
you.
Go.
Aloha.
Oh, there's the ukulele. Look at me, I'm air uking.
Jack, thank you for all of your support and always hanging out with us. We appreciate it. My boy Resell Life, James, you're fun. You're a riot. Love you guys.
You guys are great. Have a great weekend. I hope your sales are good. I hope if you don't work on eBay, I hope your weekend is great and you have a nice recharge.
Thank you for being here, Patricia.
We'll see you on Monday.
Ladybug. Jen, I knew you were watching on Facebook. Sue, Andy.